Hi, and welcome to another episode of Jose's Theories. I'm here to talk to you about Luffy and how he's the most powerful character, has the potential to be the most powerful character in the One Piece series. First of all, he's got his fourth gear, and his fourth gear isn't even all the way complete. You saw that by bursting more air into his arm or muscle, because that's what fourth gear is. It is like his muscle. Second gear is the blood, going faster, so he's much faster than normal. And third gear is, he's blowing air into his bones, so that's why his arm gets so big. And fourth gear is muscle. He blows air into his muscles, so that's why he's bouncy. That's his muscle, his rubber property going straight into his muscle instead of his other parts. But even though his fourth gear is so powerful, it still has its downfall. It's kind of like Goku Super Saiyan 3. It's like his kind of more powerful upgrade, but still it drains so much. And that's the same thing that's happening to Luffy. He's really powerful, but his Hawkeye gets drained. That's why he doesn't, use his fourth gear all the way. And what I think his fourth gear, once he uses it all, his black markings are gonna cover his entire body, kind of like Sasuke's little curse mark thing. And Luffy's gonna turn into a giant. Like he's just gonna be bulky as hell. His legs are actually gonna be huge instead of the scrawny little things that he has. But I guess he doesn't really need them because he uses his legs more of to float or you know kick the air out of and make him go higher. Because if he didn't do that, then he'd just be you know jumping all around the ground and bouncing up everywhere, and he couldn't control it. So that's probably why he doesn't really care about his legs. It's more of a transportation than an attack. And the other thing is that Luffy has hinted that he's got an even higher transformation than that, so maybe Gear 5. And what that looks like, I really don't know. But if Gear Second was his blood, using his rubber properties on his blood and making him go faster, third gear was using it on his bone, fourth gear was using it on his muscle. What do you think Gear 5 is going to be? Gear 5 would have to be something so crazy because, you know, normal Luffy, he's just a rubber person. He can stretch, he can do all kinds of things rubber related. And second gear is just, making his power concentrated into his blood, which makes him faster. And so for the third, it's concentrated to the bone, make him stronger, heavier. And the fourth is concentrated to his muscle. So gear 5, maybe it's a mixture of all of them. Or just, Luffy being able to control his gear 4. So he takes on a whole new type of transformation. But Luffy doesn't really need another upgrade yet. He's already incredibly strong. Whenever he fought Don Flamingo, he imploded his fist to make a kinetic wave kind of punch. It's so crazy what he did. What if he did that with his entire body? Just went into the smallest possible thing that he could, go into himself and then just explode. Imagine the shockwave that would create, and up close to someone that would just completely obliterate him. And now the One Piece universe has a second, upgrade that everybody can reach, which is awakening their devil fruit. And Don Flamingo, he said that. Don Flamingo said that the next level is being able to give the devil fruit to things and his surroundings. Imagine if that happened to Luffy. Luffy would be the strongest person in the world. He would have Whitebeard's, earthquake fruit. And when I say that, I mean, imagine the ground is all rubber and Luffy can use his imploding power just to create, the whole ground like a giant, boombox, just giving out immense power, just making craters and then just bouncing it up. And imagine Luffy's enemies falling into that death trap. it would just be bouncing up in the air, just getting like Luffy's giant Kong fist, like millions of them. Imagine that. No one could survive that. And that could also work in a situation where Luffy is infiltrating, like let's say the marine fort or something. He could just take his ship in there and then just throw it at someone, and the ship would just explode like with energy. Nothing would happen to the ship, of course, because it's made of rubber thanks to Luffy's fruit. But imagine the amount of devastation that could cause. And this is probably going too far, but maybe he could give that power to people and they could have the same effect. And Luffy could have his own like bombs, just have bombs in his like pockets or hands and just throwing them and causing huge explosions everywhere. I think that's Luffy's like new power. And that's gonna be it for this video, guys. If you guys liked it, please subscribe and like it. Alright, thank you.